Now to a cold case that happened more than 5.5 years ago. It is a night when a group of men brutally beat, stabbed, and killed 22-year-old Damion King. The case had gone cold until police received an anonymous phone call. As Fox 5's Paul Wagner shows us, D.C. detectives are hoping the clue can help crack this cold case.
Damion King's family is trying to send a powerful message, first through song, written and performed by Damion's brother, L.K. The rap tells the story about the Northeast neighborhood where Damion died and the witnesses who won't come forward. Damion's father is spreading his grief through the internet. He still mourns the son he lost to murder 5 years ago.
Damion was, I guess, like most kids. He grew up fun-loving. He was always interested in things. And I guess around 16, I noticed a change where he wanted to hang out with his so-called friends.
Damion dropped out of school, got into a minor scrape or two, and was still trying to find his direction in life when he was attacked and killed on the night of May 16th, 2000. A neighbor phoned the Kings and told them what happened.
So then I went down there, and I could tell it was him before I got halfway to the block because I could see the clothes they had on him.
Detective Daryl Richmond is the lead investigator on the case, a case he's been trying to solve since day one.
I have good suspects, I have good leads, I just don't have eyewitnesses.
In the spring of 2000, this is where Damion King would hang out. At the time, this was a working gas station. That's Mount Rainier behind me. This is also the area where the suspects in the case would hang out. On the night he was killed, this is also the last place Damion King was seen alive.
Witnesses say they last saw Damion walking toward his home, just a few blocks from here on Central Avenue. When Damion reached Myrtle Avenue, investigators believe several young men jumped from a car and began brutally beating him.
The perpetrators were known to Mr. King. Mr. King knew them. Also, I believe that the perpetrators frequent this area, as did Mr. King, grew up in this area. And I know that, you know, people around here know who the perpetrators are.
But no one talked, and Detective Richmond had no new clues in the case until last spring. That's when someone called Mount Rainier police with very detailed information about Damion's death.
The caller asked the dispatcher to just listen.
The information was just what Detective Richmond had been waiting for, but he has no idea who the caller is.
Based on the information, the tape that I listened to, this person has first-hand knowledge, either from seeing or talking to someone who was actually here about what happened.
So it's crucial you hear back from this person?
Yes, it is. Very crucial.
Damion's father didn't hear about the break in the case until months later. After all these years, he's fighting the urge to get his hopes up.
When I called my son to tell him that I was going to be meeting here with you, you know, I could tell my voice was breaking. You know, it seems like it brings that night back. And then the next moment I get an impression that, well, this is just another in a long list of probably missed opportunities that maybe D.C. will just say in a few days, we don't have any more information on this. No, that didn't come through. It didn't work out like we thought it was going to work out.
Lawrence King has never accepted the possibility Damion's murder would forever be a cold case. At times, he's distributed flyers in the neighborhood and more recently started this website called Snitch on Murder.
I started that in November, and I started it because I've been wanting to start it just on my son, Damion, but I felt that was not the right thing to do. There's a lot of cold case murders out here, you know.
The site contains pictures of murder victims, including Damion, and details about each death. It urges witnesses to come forward to help solve murders and asks everyone to get involved in the crime around them.
Murder can be an insufficient word until it hits your door, your friend, your child, as it did ours.
Paul Wagner, Fox 5 News.
Now, D.C. police want the person who called Mount Rainier police with the information in the King case to call them tonight. Reminder, you can remain anonymous. The number to call is 202-727-9099.
Often just takes one tip.